Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Josephine and on this channel we talk about fragrances. Today's video is about cult designer fragrances that you need to have in your fragrance collection. Today's video is for the ladies. There will be a masculine counterpart to this video, so stay tuned for that. So I have 10 cult designer fragrances. These are perfumes that are very well known and I think are totally worth getting. So if you'd like to know more what these fragrances are, then please keep on watching. The first fragrance on this list is Alien by Mugler. I actually have a perfume pen here. This is a sort of a gel format that you can apply to your wrists and it smells just the same as Alien by Mugler. This is a beautiful, intoxicating, very sexy jasmine to amber fragrance. This perfume came out early 2000s and it's still one of the best today. One of the best designer fragrances today if you're really into these really sexy white florals with an amber undertone. That is what this fragrance is. And let me tell you, this fragrance is a man magnet. It's super sexy. Men love this scent. I don't know why, but it's very womanly. You're not gonna get unnoticed if you wear this perfume. It has an insane sillage as well. It's super strong, very bold and powerful. So if you're a fan of those white florals with a bit of amber, that sexiness, definitely check out Alien by Mugler. The second fragrance we have on this list is C by Giorgio Armani. The one that I have here is a eau de parfum version. I find that this is one of the better versions from the C range. There's so many fragrances that have come out, but I really like the original scent. This fragrance is a floral, fruity, also a bit of a woodsy scent. I believe this is a Chypre actually, and it has a really beautiful, juicy, tangy feel about it. So there's black currant in the scent, but for some reason, the juiciness in here reminds me of passion fruit. I don't know where I get this from, but maybe it's the acidity, the tanginess, that juiciness that for me is reminiscent of passion fruit. Even though there's no passion fruit in here, it's definitely black currants. That's what I get from this scent. It's very feminine. This is a type of fragrance that you can wear all throughout the year, summer, winter, autumn, spring, you name it. It works very well. This is a great perfume as like a signature scent. If you're looking for a signature scent, this is a great one to reach out for. This perfume, let me tell you, I wore it today and I was wearing my mask and I could smell it through my mask. And I was like wearing one of those like really high level masks with like the maximum filter on it. That's how strong it is. Next up, we have the cult of the cult classics. It is Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel. And you know, I was thinking maybe I should include Chanel No. 5 on this list, but I personally don't wear Chanel No. 5. It reminds me of my grandmother, which is a lovely memory, but I wouldn't personally wear it. It's an incredible perfume, don't get me wrong, revolutionary, but not a scent that I would wear, so I wouldn't recommend use something that I wouldn't wear, if that makes sense. However, Coco Mademoiselle I do wear, and it is another really great fragrance from Chanel. So Coco Mademoiselle is a classic from Chanel. Probably a lot of you ladies have already smelt it or tried it. It's a very elegant perfume, but it's youthful. So you have your classic Chanel No. 5 that is, you know, legendary, and Chanel with this perfume wanted to create something that was a bit more youthful. There's definitely some fizziness, there's mandarin in this fragrance, but you also get that patchouli, the woods, and something that is very refined. So this fragrance is refined and put together, but it's still very wearable, and this is a type of scent that young women can wear, even teens if they're wanting to smell a bit more sophisticated. So this is a fragrance that is very all age inclusive. This perfume is actually the eau de parfum version. There's an eau de toilette as well, and I think maybe pure parfum. But this is the eau de parfum version and the one that I personally prefer. Interestingly, they launched a new release of Coco Mademoiselle, which is Coco L'Eau Privée, I believe it's called. And it's actually intended to be worn before going to bed. So you scent yourself after a shower or a bath in Coco Mademoiselle, but it's lighter. The patchouli is dialed down in that version. and you are left with like a delicate dewy rose with some musk and a bit of mandarin as well. So it's more of a fresher take and lighter take on the original, but you can only wear it during the night. So if you want to wear perfume all year round, another signature worthy scent, Coco Mademoiselle is fantastic. Next up, we have Chloé, the Eau de Parfum. So this is a classic, beautiful rose that is soapy and musky. If you like your rose fragrances that are light, that are soft, fresh and delicate, Chloé Eau de Parfum is very good for that. This is a fragrance that is super easy to wear. It is very put together. Again, it's not a fragrance that you're gonna be taken aback by because maybe the rose is a little bit too intense, it's made too woody, or it can be too in your face. With Chloé Eau de Parfum, it's just very smooth and dewy and fresh. This is a fragrance that I like to wear when I want to feel fresh and clean and I want to feel ultra feminine. So that was Chloé, the Eau de Parfum. Then we have, what do you know, FLOWERBOMB by VIKTOR and ROLF. FLOWERBOMB was my teenage year scent. I used to love it so much. It was my first expensive scent, because actually when you think about it, VIKTOR and ROLF is quite expensive. It's quite up there in terms of designer fragrances. At least it used to be, probably still is. But anyways, it was my first really expensive and luxurious perfume that I really loved. I loved the sweetness of it. I loved all the florals. This is a floral explosion, hence the name FLOWERBOMB. Yes, that was really obvious, but it just smells really good. For those of you who have tried it, I think you can understand how addictive it feels. This is a very opulent fragrance. It's very sweet, but it's sweet not in a sense of like a candy sweet. It's more sweet in terms of florals. That's what I find from the scent. But it's definitely very thick, so you don't need too much of it because you can totally overkill it if you like have one too many sprays. If you like sweet perfumes, you will love FLOWERBOMB. All right, next we have Narciso Rodriguez For Her. This is the Eau de Toilette. This is the original fragrance that came out the first, and then after they came out with a pink version, which is the Eau de Parfum. I personally prefer the Eau de Toilette. I find that it is more daring, more multi-dimensional than the Eau de Parfum. The main difference between the Eau de Toilette and the Eau de Parfum is that the Eau de Parfum has more of a rosy feel, more of a dewy rose, so it's actually lighter, I would say. When you wear it, it feels fresher, maybe a little bit more clean than the Eau de Toilette. But that's what I like about the Eau de Toilette, is that it's very faceted, and it's just a really interesting scent. This is very sexy, definitely date and night appropriate, I would say. This is another fragrance where you have your florals, but they're done in a different way. So you have osmanthus in here, you also have some amber, so it's warm and sensual, and you also have quite a bit dose of musk. It's really beautiful. Like, all these fragrances are really beautiful, but the sillage as well on this one is phenomenal. It smells really good. This is a great perfume for the evening, another signature worthy one, and it smells very good. Next up we have Classique by Jean-Paul Gaultier. I have so many memories attached to this fragrance. I love it so much that when I was in perfumery school and we were in the lab recreating scents that we loved, I tried to recreate the scent of Classique. It's just phenomenal to me. This is a gorgeous orange blossom fragrance. If you like your orange blossom, but you want it like really sexy, this is it. It's interesting because the orange blossom in here smells at the same time powdery, kind of reminiscent of makeup, like makeup powder, but at the same time it smells opulent and sweet and really sexy. So it's a really interesting duality in this perfume. You also have some ginger to add that spicy kick, which is beautiful. I think this is such an iconic scent. It's very womanly, it feels mature and put together. This is a phenomenal perfume. If you haven't tried Classique, I highly recommend you do, because it is just, it's such an iconic perfume from Jean-Paul Gaultier, and one that I will cherish for the rest of my life. Then we have the most iconic of iconic Oriental fragrances, the OG of Orientals, it is Shalimar by Guerlain. Can you believe that this perfume was created back in 1925? Yes. This is a truly iconic scent. It's ambery, it's sweet, it's spicy. You also have some citruses in the top. It is such a beautiful composition. This is a scent that will probably continue to be iconic, just like Chanel No. 5. This is another one of those that needs to be part of your fragrance collection. It's a perfume that I find is, say, more wearable than Chanel No. 5. It is a great one if you're a lover of Oriental perfumes. It has a bit of a vintage vibe, but it remains very modern, and that's what I love about it. It feels very intoxicating as well. This is, by the way, the Eau de Parfum. So not any of the other versions. This is the Eau de Parfum. It's a perfume that is phenomenal for the autumn and winter time because it has that cozy and ambery feel. And interestingly enough, some men wear this scent as well. So it's probably one of the first unisex perfumes. Who knows? But I personally find that has more of a feminine vibe. Anyways, great Oriental perfume, a classic, a phenomenal fragrance from Guerlain. Highly, highly recommend Shalimar. All right, I have 2 more fragrances to share with you. So number 9 is J'adore by Dior. I did not choose Miss Dior because I spoke about Coco Mademoiselle, which I think is better than Miss Dior. But J'adore is an icon. It is a fruity floral perfume for women. It's very refined, sophisticated. Again, another very feminine perfume. This is the must of the must when it comes to feminine fragrances. It's a little bit sweet from the fruits, but it's not your typical sweet fragrances that you're seeing on the market today. It's so good. It really is. This fragrance is put together, but it's very easy to wear and very versatile. It's one that you can wear, another one that you can wear throughout the year, and one that I would really recommend you getting in Dior. If you are a Dior lover and you want to get a scent from Dior, I think J'adore is a really great one. It certainly has more of a mature feel compared to, say, Miss Dior, and that's the goal with Miss Dior. They're marketing towards a younger demographic, but J'adore is, there's something special about it and something that feels very Dior about it as well. And the last fragrance we have is an Hermes perfume. I couldn't do this list without an Hermes fragrance because Hermes fragrances are so iconic. It is Eau des Merveilles. So Eau des Merveilles is a elevated skin scent. So it's musky, it's also a bit mineral with a bit of a salty feel, but it's like your beautiful skin scent. That's how I would put it. If you're someone who's looking for fragrances that are not too loud, you don't want florals, you don't want fruits, you don't want something too sweet, Eau des Merveilles is really wonderful. So it's a clean smelling, musky perfume that is multi-dimensional. You have lots of ingredients in there, as well as ambergris, which has this distinct marine-like feel. So it's just beautiful, and you get some woods as well in the background. A wonderful, clean scent done à la Hermes, so you're gonna get a sophistication that you find in a lot of Hermes perfumes, also in Eau des Merveilles. And this concludes today's list. I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed rediscovering and trying these designer fragrances again. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in another video. Bye!